Hey, Trig class. I'm gonna start this video by talking about just a couple questions that I've gotten through email. This is over 10.3. I had a couple people ask, let's see, on the back side of your homework sheet it says to express your answer in both rectangular form and in polar form. Okay, and I think on the notes that I only showed you how to write it in polar form, and that's all that we did. So I'm going to kind of go through rectangular form and show you what that would look like. So I'm just going to use this example up here. So the square root of 29 cosine of 111.8 I sine of 111.8. If we're wanting to get that back to rectangular form, which is the negative 2 plus 5i, all we would need to do is, let me make the screen a little bit bigger. All we would need to do is take, and first we would distribute the square root of 29 through, okay, for both pieces, okay. But we would take the square root of 29 times cosine of 111.8, okay. And when you do this, you want to make sure that you are in degrees because 111.8 was in degrees, okay. Enter, and that gave us negative 1.9999999, whatever, okay. It's actually negative 2, but the reason why it's giving us negative 1.9 is because 111.8 is rounded, okay. So that would end up rounding up to 2, or negative 2. And then we would do the same thing for sines. So it would be, if I could just go back up into my equation, the square root of 29 times sine of 111.8, and that gave me 5.000, okay. Again, it's not coming out as 5 exactly because that 111.8 is rounded, okay. So if we were to try to write this in rectangular form, we would take, 2 times cosine of 5 pi over 6. That would give us negative square root of 3, and then 2 times sine of 5 pi over 6, and that would give us 1 here. And that's how we would switch from polar form to rectangular form. The only difference here is 5 pi over 6 is in radians, so you would want to make sure your calculator was in radians. Here, we would want to make sure our calculator was in degrees because we wrote that answer in degrees. So that's kind of how you switch back and forth between rectangular form and polar form. I am not going to make you guys do that part of it if you've not already done that. Some of you guys have submitted that to me already. So since we didn't go through that originally on the notes, I'm not going to make you redo that because it's fairly easy to do. So I wanted to make sure you knew how to do it, but you don't have to redo it on this paper and resubmit anything, okay? We made it through a full week of online learning, and you guys have done a really great job. So, in light of that, I am not going to post any new things for Friday. Happy Friday. Your assignment, though, is to, since I haven't seen your faces in forever, post a picture, like comment a picture below in this video or on Google Classroom, put it in the comments. So we can kind of see what your faces are. If you want to take a selfie doing something that you've been doing while we've been on this, break, that's fine too, just as long as it's appropriate. Okay, I feel like I should say that just in case for a couple of you. But that'll be your assignment. How about that? So post a picture so I can remember what your faces look like and nothing else. Okay, that is all. Have a good weekend and a happy Friday, and we'll see you on Monday.